Hello everybody and welcome to another Mystery Box Function Challenge. In that purple box is some mystery math and your challenge is to figure out what it is. Use the link in the description to try this out, and when you think you've got an answer, come on back and see if we get the same thing. All right, let's start with 0. Oh, so 0 gives us infinity, and the times we've seen that before is when it's a rational function. So might be 1 over x or something like that. So I'm just going to jot that down there so we remember to think about rational functions. I suppose there are some other possibilities here too, but that's one of the possibilities. Let's keep putting in some numbers. So, well, 1 gives us 10. Well, definitely not what I was expecting if this is just 1 over x. 2 gives us 5. 3 gives us 3 and a third. So it looks like a curve there. 4 gives us 2.5. I'm going to try some negative numbers. If this is a rational function, I would expect maybe an arm here and an arm down here. Could be some other arrangements, but that's what I'd be looking for. So let's try some negative numbers. How about a negative 1? So negative 1 is negative 10. So it looks like this is being maybe symmetrical about the origin. Let's try a negative 2. And that's a negative 5. And we got a positive 5 for a positive 2. Okay, and a negative 3. Okay, so this is looking symmetrical about the origin. I'm just going to try some numbers pretty far out. So I'm going to do a negative. Well, let's do a negative 10. And that gives us negative 1. And how about a 10? And that gives us a 1. Okay, I think I know what's going on here. This looks in shape a lot like 1 over x. You've got two arms, one in the first quadrant, one in the third quadrant. And but in this case, those arms, they're further away from the origin, and they're approaching the y-axis and the x-axis a lot more slowly. So I think what that means is there's a bigger number up here. This is just the effect of a multiplier on 1 over x. And what is that number? Well, I think the place to look is when you put in 1. So when we put in 1, we got out 10. So if I put in 1 for x and 1 over x, 1 over 1 would just be 1. What would you multiply by to get 10? Well, you'd multiply by 10. And we can rewrite this then as just 10 over x. I've multiplied 1 over x by 10. Let's try this. This is my guess. Let's try this with a couple of others. What happens when you put in 4? Well, 10 divided by 4, well, that is 5 halves or 2.5. So that's what we got. What about negative 2? Well, 10 divided by negative 2 is negative 5. And look, that's what we get here. So I think this is 10 over x. I'm pretty sure about this one. I'm going to go ahead and reveal. Yeah, 10 over x. Let's graph that as well. And you get those typical arms approaching the asymptotes, but in this case, approaching them a little more slowly and further away from the origin. Well, how did that go? Did you think rational function right away, or did you come at this from a different direction? Let me know. Thanks, everybody.